and welcome back to my channel. My name is Marissa for those of you who may be new around here. I am a pharmacist and health coach, and I make videos every single week to help you simplify healthy living. In today's video, I am sharing with you 3 healthy and easy to make recipes using pumpkin. So I want to say about 9 out of 10 times that I make a recipe that requires pumpkin, I'm usually left with some pumpkin left over in the can, and I'm always trying to find ways to use that because now it's open. I got to use it before it goes bad. I don't want to waste it. And so I came up with 3 healthy, easy to make recipes, and I'm sharing those with you in today's video. So the first pumpkin recipe that we're going to make is pumpkin muffins. I always like to start by mixing together all of the wet ingredients first. So we are going to measure out some coconut oil and melt it. I melted mine in the microwave, but you can also melt it in a pot on the stove. And then what you're gonna do is pour it into a large mixing bowl. Next, we are going to measure out some honey. Now, the beauty of starting with the coconut oil is that it is going to grease that liquid measuring cup, and it's going to make getting the honey out of it so much easier than if we hadn't greased it. And it also makes cleanup much simpler too. And then the next thing we're gonna do is crack and add in 1 egg, and we're going to use a whisk to blend it all together. Then we're going to pour in and whisk some buttermilk. Now, I love using buttermilk for this recipe, and the reason is because the acidity that is present in the buttermilk is going to react with the baking soda that we're gonna add in just a moment. And this reaction creates a leavening effect that gives us muffins that are gonna be nice and light and fluffy, which is exactly what we're looking for. And then the last ingredient is going to be the star of the show, which is the pumpkin puree. So we're gonna spoon that into the bowl and then whisk everything together until we get a nice, smooth, and well-blended consistency. So that finishes off our wet ingredients, and now we are going to measure and add in our dry ingredients. So you can do this in a separate bowl if you would like, but I find that these muffins work perfectly well just making it all in one bowl. The only thing is that you want to make sure that you add in all of the dry ingredients before you go ahead and mix them all together. This way you prevent over mixing the batter. So we are going to add in oat flour, whole wheat flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, allspice, and ground cinnamon. And then you're going to use a wooden spoon to just gently mix this all together until just blended. If you see a couple lumps, it's okay, because we don't want to overmix the batter. Now you can go ahead and grab a muffin tin and we're gonna fill them up. Now I already greased mine with some avocado oil off camera, so just make sure that you go ahead and do that, or you can use muffin liners, whichever you prefer. Now I have a medium-sized ice cream scooper, and I have found that using 2 of these for each muffin works perfectly, and this recipe makes 12 muffins exactly. And while I am doing this, I wanted to share a couple of health benefits of pumpkin. So pumpkin is rich in a nutrient called beta carotene, which the body uses to make vitamin A. And vitamin A can support skin health, eye health, immune health, reproduction, and growth and development. It also has antioxidant properties, which helps to protect our cells against the effects of free radicals and oxidative stress. And pumpkins are also a great source of vitamin C, vitamin E, potassium, and fiber, which help to further support our immune system, our skin health, gut health, and even heart health. So lots of great nutrients to help nourish the body. Bake the muffins at 350 degrees for about 17 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean. Then you're going to allow them to cool for about 5 to 10 minutes before digging in. And whatever you don't eat right away, store in a Ziploc bag in the freezer, and this way they stay nice and fresh all week long. Pumpkin recipe number 2 is pumpkin pancakes. And I have to say, I think I was the most excited for this recipe here. So in a large mixing bowl, we're gonna add in pumpkin puree. We're going to crack and add in 1 egg, just make sure you don't have any of the shell in there, along with your choice of milk, and 1 tablespoon of pure maple syrup. You could also use honey instead if you'd like. And then we're going to whisk this all together until it's well blended. And now we can add in our dry ingredients. So we're going to add in some oat flour. If you don't have oat flour, you can make that yourself. You just take rolled oats and you blend them in a food processor or a blender until you get a nice smooth flour. And then we're going to add in baking powder, ground cinnamon, and allspice. By the way, all of the measurements for each recipe included in today's video are listed in the description box. And then we're going to use a wooden spoon to mix this all together until it's just blended. It's okay if it's a little lumpy, and just like with the muffins, we don't want to overmix this batter. And now for the fun part, it is time to cook them up. So I like to heat a frying pan with a little bit of avocado oil. You could also use butter or coconut oil, whichever is your preference. And I always like to start with a little like tester pancake before I make like a big first batch of pancakes, just because sometimes I find that there is a little bit of a tweaking to get like the right cooking temperature for them. So once I do the tester pancake, I am good to go with my first batch of pancakes. And as you can see here, the pancake batter is actually quite thick, and that's thanks to the fiber that is present within the oat flour, which I personally love. I love like a thick pancake batter, but if you prefer having a thinner pancake batter, then I recommend adding just a little extra milk into the batter and then giving it a stir. Now, with most pancake batters, you're gonna know when to flip the pancakes when it starts to get little bubbles forming on the top. However, this pancake batter does not give you that, so do not wait for that marker to know when to flip them. You're just gonna keep a close eye on them, and when you start to see that the bottom is looking nice and golden brown, you're going to go ahead and give it a flip. And if you need to make sure that it's cooking well on the inside, then just lower the flame so that it's like a medium heat, and then put a pot cover on top of it just to make sure that it's cooking well on the inside. And then you can go ahead and plate it and serve it once each side is golden brown and the middle is cooked through. I like to serve mine with an extra dash of cinnamon and of course some pure maple syrup. These pancakes are so delicious and they're very fluffy, perfect to enjoy all season long. Pumpkin recipe number 3 is a sweet pumpkin yogurt with a chocolate shell. It sounds so good, it tastes so good, and I think you guys are gonna really love it. So I actually saw this idea on social media, I believe it was Instagram, and I thought it was such a great idea, and I'm putting my own spin on it. So the first thing that we're gonna do is melt some chocolate. I love to use dark chocolate, and you don't need a lot. I actually only used half of what you see right here, so you can even use less than what I did. And then add a little bit of coconut oil in with the chocolate, and you can melt that until the chocolate is nice and smooth, and then set it aside. And then you're going to get some plain yogurt. My personal favorite is this one from Siggy's. And then you're going to measure out about half a cup of the plain yogurt into a bowl. And then we're going to add in a teaspoon of pure maple syrup and 3 tablespoons of pumpkin puree, along with a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And then using a spoon, we're going to mix this all together. Next, add the yogurt into a small serving dish. I like to use a spatula to do this instead of a spoon. I just find it a lot easier. And then using the spatula, just smooth it out on the top so you get a nice, like, even surface. And then we're going to drizzle on some of our melted dark chocolate, which just looks so, so good. And you wanna make sure that it covers the entire top, and it's gonna create a nice magic dark chocolate shell for us. You can use a spoon if you'd like to help fill in any gaps. And then this next step just gives it a little something extra, but it's completely optional. I thought it would be fun to top it with a little bit of some chopped pecans. You could also use some pumpkin seeds as well, and it just gives it a little extra crunch. And then you're gonna let this set in the refrigerator for about an hour or until the chocolate hardens. And once it does, it's ready to eat, and you can use your spoon to dig in. All right, you guys, so those are my 3 healthy, easy to make pumpkin recipes. I hope that you enjoyed watching today's video, and I hope that you enjoy these recipes all season long. If you go ahead and make them, please let me know what you think down below in the comment section. And if you have any future video ideas that you would like to see from me, comment those down below as well. And if you are looking for more healthy, easy to make recipes, then be sure to check out my cookbook, Eating to Nourish the Body and Soul. And in here, I help inspire you to eat for both nutrition as well as enjoyment. And make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already to continue to learn more on how to simplify healthy living. And remember that the time is now to get well, be well, and stay well. I will see you in the next video. Bye.